Good morning! I've got two more sales tips this year. The final two Mondays of the year are the 24th and the 31st, and I'm not going to produce anything those 2 weeks, so I thought I'd give myself a mental break. But I've got two more, and I want to give you a part one and a part two of one of my very favorite subjects, which is productivity. Time management is something excuse me. Time management is something that fascinates me. You know, I'm constantly trying to sharpen the saw and cut edges, and there's something about that whole pursuit that really does it for me. I love that stuff. Recently, my daughter Emma, who's up at Cornell, she gave me and very, very busy. She's getting her doctorate up there, and she's very busy. And she gave me a book called Essentialism, and I highly recommend the book. And the thing is that she gave it to me at the most perfect time because I've already been doing this really interesting process, I guess, this thing that I've created. And I want to talk to you about the goal here is to make certain that in 2019, you are hyper-focused on only a few outgoing sales and marketing activities, okay? That's the goal, that you're not spread out all over the place. Because I look at my to-do list, and my to-do list runs the entire top to bottom of a pad of paper. And I look at that and I say, I've got 25 different items on this thing. Now, when I thought about it, and this is your step one, is to make a list of all of the profit pillars. You've heard me talk about this in the past. Profit pillars are activities, they're grouped activities or categories from which you draw profit. Like, for example, you might have one large company that's a majority of your business, or a big chunk of your business, 10%, 20%, 25%. That can be one profit pillar. You could say, well, we know we just got a new piece of equipment, and I'm going to make that selling to that one of my profit pillars. I also want to make certain that I'm going after new business. That can be a third. I want to shore up my existing business. That can be a fourth. Things like that. You know, you want to make certain that you've got a list, and you can make this list 8, 10, 12, 15 things long. Then whittle it down to no more than 4 or 5. That's it. These are the 4 or 5 outgoing activities for sales and marketing. And that's all you're going to focus on. It doesn't mean you're not going to take business that comes in. Somebody calls up and says, hey, could you bid on this? Or could you come talk to me? And they're brand new. That's fine. If someone says, hey, I've got this major project that I need you to pursue, you can take it on, but one of your other profit pillars has to go. That's the rule. So for this week, in preparing for the last half of this Batman style stage one, tip number one, tip number two, two-parter, is I want you to make that list of come down to 4 or 5 profit centers, profit pillars. These are activities that if you focus on these and only these activities, you can have a great 2019. I will talk to you next week about how that's going to line up with your task list. Talk to you then.